Chongsheng, our farm has finally made it this year. We made a total of $26,000. Here, take this 3,000. This is your share. 3,000? Look, all you did was put in some cheap manual labor. Getting 3,000 is already a huge favor from us. Go ask around the village. What hired hand can make 3,000 a year? Not to mention, we even covered your 3 meals a day. And this 5,000 is for you too. It's the original investment you put in. I'm paying you back. Every single cent. Pay me back? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Exactly what it sounds like. From now on, I can run this place on my own. Just take your money and go. And stop meddling in the farm's business. Let me get this straight. The farm finally got through the hard times and just started making money. And now you're kicking me out? We paid you back in full. Not a single cent is missing. How can you call that kicking you out?
Changsheng, you need to show some gratitude.
If we hadn't given you this opportunity, you'd still be breaking your back farming in the village. Would you have ever seen the outside world?
Wow, Wang Zhiqiang.
Just when we finally see some return, you're already burning the bridge to kick me out? Fine, but I want at least half of the profits. Oh, you want half, do you? Let's call everyone from the farm over right now. Let's make things crystal clear. Since everyone is here, let's get things straight once and for all. For over a year, Could got up at 3 in the morning to mix the feed. Who stayed up until 11 at night keeping the chicks warm.
It was me and Zhiqiang.
But you, Zhao Tringsheng, you did nothing but sit in the office drinking tea or wander around aimlessly with clients.
Kangsheng, it's not that I don't care about our friendship.
But I put my life on the line to keep this farm going. Who do you think you are, demanding half the profits? What on earth are you talking about? What work did I not do? Just ask yourself, what did you actually bring to the table? All you did was throw in some cash and run a few errands. Right now, who around here doesn't respect Zhiqiang as the real boss Wang? Isn't that right, everyone? Fine. Then let me ask you too. Who spent half a month begging the officials just to get this farm approved? Who got us the first batch of building materials? The first truckload of premium feed? And the first batch of high-quality chicks? Who ran themselves ragged to bring them all back? And who was the one who convinced old Joe to join us? And during our first run, who showed those extremely picky clients around every single coop, guaranteed our quality, and finally secured their business? So what? You think just because you ran a few errands, you get to sit back and collect cash for the rest of your life? There is no such thing as a free lunch. When it comes down to it, you just can't bear to lose this payout, can you? Fine, I will calculate exactly how much you are owed for the year later. For now, just take this money and go. From now on, we are completely even.
Zhiqiang, you must be dreaming.
That is not how you acted when you were begging me for help back then. Why do you both look so upset? Did something happen? The factory shut down. We both got laid off. Shut down? It was doing so well. How could it just shut down? What else could they do? Lately, business has been terrible for all the local factories. With the new year right around the corner, I am worried sick. Changsheng, I really can't take this anymore. What if the two of us lease the old factory building on the west side and start a farm? Lease it? Changsheng, are you out of your mind? Neither of us knows anything about hatching or raising livestock. I am not crazy. Think about it. Every single household in town needs to buy chicken and eggs. The local restaurants and markets need a steady supply of chickens and eggs, too. This is our big break. I learned some basic hatching techniques from old Joe back then. You have got the strength. You can help with feeding the chickens and cleaning the coops. And if we can get old Joe to help us, we can definitely make this work. Just trust me on this, okay? We'll work hard at this together. I know we can make good money. It's way better than slaving away as a factory worker. You're back. Why are you home so early today? I kept some food warm for you in the pot. Listen, I need to tell you something, but you have to stay calm. What is it? Look at your face. You look like the sky is about to fall. My childhood buddy, Chun Shink. He wants us to partner up and lease the factory's Guanting hatchery in the western breeding area to start our own poultry farm.
去想，还有老是你们。
Do you think our tiny savings can survive that kind of gamble? I know it's a risk. Dao Changxiang said. Every household in town needs chickens and eggs. This is our big chance. We can actually make some real money. Besides, he's a college graduate. He's educated. And he even learned the hatching techniques from old Zhou. And he can even get him to help us. A chance? More like a trap if you ask me. Do you have any idea how hard it is to hatch chicks? What if they don't hatch? Or what if they hatch but don't survive?
Then what? Are the two of us supposed to just starve?
Besides, old Zhou got laid off. What help could he possibly be? But Changxiang said he'll provide all the capital. We just have to do the work. He's putting in 5,000 yuan, and he'll handle all the connections, securing the breeding eggs and the feed supply. You and I will handle cleaning the coops and feeding the chicks. And old Zhou will give us technical guidance. We'll split the profits 50-50. 5,000 yuan! Good lord. That is a fortune. Can he actually come up with that kind of money? He made a lot of connections at the factory over the years, and he saves up a decent amount of money. I don't think he'd lie to me. He also said we can get the breeding eggs and feed on credit first, and we'll pay them back once we sell the grown chickens and eggs. A 50-50 split. Which means we don't have to put up a single penny. All we have to do is work. We get half the profits. Yeah, and we don't even have to pay for the breeding eggs and feed up front. That's what Changxiang said. He also said that as long as we work hard and take good care of the chicks, we can keep the survival rate up. We'll definitely make money. When that happens, we can build a new house and save up for the kids' tuition. Well, I guess we could consider it. He's willing to risk 5,000 yuan. So what are we afraid of? Besides, it's not like we have anything to lose. If we can really make money, they can finally live a good life. And so you agree? Yeah. That's wonderful. Zhiqiang, how did it go? I already made some initial contacts for the breeding eggs and feed last night. She agreed, but she still wanted me to ask you. Where are the breeding eggs coming from? How will we get the feed? And what do we do if the chickens get sick? Also, how will the profits be settled? With my connections, I can get us a batch of high-quality breeding eggs on credit at a low price. Don't worry, I've thought of all that. For the breeding eggs, I contacted the county's state-owned hatchery. For the feed, I went to Director Li at the town's feed station. He agrees to supply us with the feed first and can settle the bill after we sell the eggs. Selecting the breeding eggs is very important. Damaged or deformed eggs won't hatch healthy chicks. Even if they do hatch, they won't survive long. Look, only those with smooth shells and uniform sizes are high-quality breeding eggs. All right, I'll set the feed aside for you. Thank you so much, Director Li. But remember, I'm only doing this favor because of you, Zhao Chengzheng, not because of anyone else. Director Yang, you can rest completely assured about the shipments to the transit station from now on.
哎，只向给人替。
The only reason you are standing where you are today isn't because you're some genius breeder. It's because I dragged you out of the mud. I built the ladder rung by rung, right under your feet. No matter how high the ladder is, Yuxiang climbed it himself. Stop acting like you're our savior. The past is in the past. We're still brothers. You kicked me out without giving a single damn about our brotherhood. I'll take my money and leave the farm to you. Starting today, feed the chicks and all the local orders. You negotiate them yourself. Who are you trying to scare? Everyone knows Zhiqiang is the one keeping this farm running. You think the world stops spinning without you? Think.
村长，村长外。
Wenchen, are you really washing your hands of the farm? But the sheds are still there. Whoever runs it, manages it. Sheds are just sheds, but people are people. Some can keep livestock alive. The experience, but that doesn't mean they know how to run a business.
天生
Are you really letting it all go? They think I'm in the way. I can't just linger around where I'm not wanted. Next time they come to pick up feed, don't let them put it under your name anymore. I won't, from now on. They pay up front in cash. This farm is a real gold mine. Just this month, we made a net profit of 1,300. And now that we've cut out Zhao Chanzheng's share, how much are we going to save in a year? No wonder he fought so hard to hold on to it. Hold on to what? He just couldn't bear to lose his cash cow. But it's fine now. We kicked him out. From now on, we call all the shots with the money. What's the empty notebook for? Are you stupid? The real books stay with us. The one we show the livestock station has to be a different one. If Zhao Qingzheng ever comes back demanding his share of the profits, we'll have an excuse ready. Old Joe. Walking around in the middle of the night. How are you two? How are you so quiet? When business is booming, that's when things get too hot to handle. What's that old geezer pretending to know everything for? This stack of cash is for a color TV, and this stack is to expand the coops. In another 2 months, you won't have to ride that crappy bicycle anymore. You can upgrade straight to a motorcycle. I've already asked around. They're over 4,000 each. Riding one of those around. Now that's real style. Hello? Who is this? This is Station Manager Lee.
Chen just talked to me.
Starting tomorrow? The feed mill will no longer save the premium feed for you. Wait, Station Manager Lee, please, let me explain. No need to explain. I only deal with Sha Qinshou, no you. What's going on? We're cut off. Without the mill's allocated premium feed, what are the chickens going to eat? Look how pathetic you are. If they won't save us the feed, we can just go buy it ourselves. That's not how it works. The farm has thousands of chickens to feed every single day. Without the mill's allocated premium feed, how are we supposed to keep up by just buying retail? Do they really think all I brought to the table was those 5,000 yuan? Such a shame. Most valuable thing. They just smashed it with their own hands. Station Manager Lee, about yesterday's phone call, there was a little misunderstanding. Junction, idiotisch funds. After all, the farm is still the same farm as before. You should still keep saving the fee for us, just like before.
Zhiqiang.
Did you not understand what I said? The only reason I agreed to supply feed to that farm was out of respect for Zhao Chunzhou. Not for you. But I can pay in cash right now. Cash only, no credit. Then go line up like everyone else. If you think we'll reserve stock and let you buy on credit, like before, that's not happening. And let me tell you one more thing. Running a farm has never been just about feeding the animals. If you don't even understand that, you are going to learn the hard way soon enough. From now on, Jiusheng and I will run this farm ourselves. It's not like the animals will stop growing without you. Then let's wait and see if the livestock you raise sells as easily as before. Everyone says Chunsheng is a very decent guy. In the past, whenever someone had trouble with their farm, he really did whatever he could to help. He was even willing to pay for their feed up front. Decent? If he's so decent, why did he keep such a tight grip on our 50-50 profit split? He's just good at faking it. I've already looked into it. The suburban wholesale market has cheap, low-grade feed. It's way cheaper than what the feed factory charges. And the suburban farm has a batch of weak, sick chicks. Once we clean them up a bit, who's going to notice? Do you really think people can tell the difference in their growth and survival rates? It's not like everyone's a vet. No one's eyes are that sharp. For the exact same batch of chicks, we'll cut the costs by 30%. That's cold, hard cash saved.
Zhao Chunzheng's way is just too stupid.
He's just letting everyone else make all the money. From now on, we run this farm our way. Think about it. We still haven't saved enough for our son's tuition next year. Do you think we can save $4,000 just by pinching pennies? Don't worry, brother. This feed is cheap, but it'll still fatten them up. These little guys will be fine after a few days. This is the one. It's so cheap, we'd be fools not to buy it. Is this really going to work? Who can tell the difference? Anyway, we cut the costs by 30%. And everything we save is cold, hard cash. This feed isn't right, and these chicks look completely lifeless. Where did you even get this low-grade garbage and these sickly runts?
What do you mean low-grade garbage and sickly runts?
They are perfectly fine to raise. Oh, Joe, stop throwing your weight around as the senior technician every chance you get. Keeping them alive and actually raising them well are two completely different things. If you try to cut corners and cheat people with this, you're going to completely ruin the farm's reputation. When that time comes, and nobody wants to buy from us, let's see how you keep running this place. Let's just raise them first and see. If there really is a problem, we'll deal with it then.
局想，那你急子之事，
Now that Tunxin is gone, I won't stand in your way of making a fortune. But if you dare to cheat people with cheap feed and sickly chicks, and expect me to take the fall for the coop disasters again, I will take everyone and walk out of here in a heartbeat.
Old Joe, don't you think you're taking this a bit too far?
Once the reputation is ruined, you'll find out what too far really means. Livestock raised on low-grade feed grow terribly, and the survival rate for sickly chicks is incredibly low. When the clients come banging on our door, let's see how you two clean up the mess. They took a look at it. Why is this feed so coarse and cheap? And these chicks don't look right either. They look so lifeless. It's livestock. It would be a miracle if every single batch was identical. Give them a few days, and they will be fine. This feed is clearly substandard, and these chicks look sick. They shit stick like. If they all die, who is going to pay for the losses? They all came from the same batch. How could it possibly be as bad as you're making it out to be? If you can't raise them right, that's just your own lack of skill.
巨祥，
Let me ask you one thing. Now that Chongqing is gone, has this farm completely lost its soul? Why on earth are you bringing him up out of nowhere?
I already told you earlier today.
Both the feed and the chicks are defective. Today it was just a few farmers complaining. But if all our customers come banging on our door tomorrow, what are you two going to gamble with? Stop trying to scare us. Having sharp-eyed customers isn't what's scary. What's scary is letting them see exactly where you're cutting corners.
巨象，得西的。
Even though we lost a few chickens over the last couple of days, since we switched to cheaper feed and chicks, we actually ended up with over 300 extra on the books. Sure, we saved over 300 on feed this month, but the chickens are clearly growing much slower. We'll have to push back their market date. So what if it's delayed? As long as they don't die, who cares? Besides, the customers have no idea when we bought the chicks anyway. But Old Zhou said, Old Zhao. Why do you listen to everything he says? He's one of Zhao Shunxin's men. Do you really think he has our best interests at heart? This farm belongs to the two of us now. How we run it is entirely up to us. I told you a long time ago.
求忠慎我，你没得忍，要让趁也哦，是为处无志。
People who actually know how to make a living don't make money from what's on the surface. They make the money that other people can't see. If we keep going like this, it won't even take 6 months, and I'll be able to completely fill the debt hole we had before. Once we make money for another 2 months, we'll first set aside our son's tuition for next semester, and then we'll dump the rest into expanding the coops. Wow, Zhiqiang, you've really hit the big leagues. Zhiqiang, you really are our first 10,000 US success story. You've got some serious status now. You bet. Zhiqiang is capable. He can make big money no matter who he leaves behind. In a couple of days, we're even expanding with a new coop. Nice motorcycle, man. Since I'm the one keeping the farm running, I might as well get myself a decent ride. Sure, you can afford a motorcycle. But once your reputation is ruined, how are you going to fix it? You'd better think about that carefully. 3 new coops, 1 veterinary medicine room, and then a surrounding wall. As for the construction materials, equipment, and veterinary medicine, all in, we're looking at 1,500 at least. Let me make one thing clear first. I can deliver the equipment and construction materials first, but the bills must be settled monthly. We'll carry the debt for now. The farm is growing day by day. This little bit of money will easily be made back from our cash flow in no time. Roland, old you, go ahead and deliver the equipment and construction materials first. I'll make sure you get paid on time. With equipment, construction materials, and color TVs, fronting all this cash. Can you really handle this kind of pressure? What's there to be afraid of? The farm is growing by leaps and bounds every single day. Once this winter is over, the books will balance themselves. What are you worried about? The farm is growing by leaps and bounds every single day. Once this winter is over, the books will balance themselves.
去想，听个吧呀。
Our son is starting primary school next year. Tuition and books alone will cost over $50. If we don't make some real money now, how are we going to afford his education? Then, I knew there was something wrong with this feed and these chicks. It's only been a few days, and they're already looking worse and worse. A few of them are even sick. It's not just that. I have a sharp eye. The quality has genuinely gone down. Back when Chenshin was running things, at least the feed was top grade, and the chickens were healthy and strong. Now, Zhiqiang and his wife are just a bunch of penny-pinching schemers. Let's give it 2 more days. If things don't improve, we'll switch to another breeding farm and never buy from them again. Boss Wang, I know you just took over this place. The lease, the renovations, the coops. You've spent a fortune on all of it. So you must be desperate to get your cash back. Your farm has a great customer base. Plenty of coops. If you switch completely to my feed, I'll give you a kickback of 20 cents per bag. And if you hit the monthly sales target, I'll throw in an extra commission. Within 6 months, you'll easily recoup all your initial investments. Don't be too honest. Why leave easy money on the table? You're the boss of this farm. You make the rules here. Anyone who buys chicks from you has to buy your feed, too. That way, you pocket the markup and get kickbacks on top. It's a win-win. Once you've made a fortune, you can always change things back. By then, who's even going to remember this tiny little detail? All right, we'll do exactly what you said. But you have to guarantee the feed quality. Nothing can go wrong. Relax, there won't be any issues. Mr. Yan, I'm really sorry about this. But these are the farm's new rules. If you want to buy our chicks, you have to buy our brand of feed, too. It's fully certified. It won't affect your flock at all. Fully certified? I'd already heard you switch to a cheaper brand yesterday. It's way cheaper than what you used to sell. If something goes wrong with my birds, who's going to take responsibility? Look, a rule is a rule. Either you buy our feed, or you don't buy from us at all. Fine, just perfect.
去想，有书店有色彩的富钱。
I'm leaving. Your farm isn't the only game in town. Mr. Wang, this is pretty shady of you. Mr. Yan is a loyal customer. Treating him like this makes the rest of us feel very uneasy. And another thing? The last batch of eggs you sent was noticeably smaller. The shells were paper thin, too. Did you switch the feed on us? Director Yang, cash flow has been a bit tight lately. We only switched the feed temporarily. We'll change it back very soon. So because money is tight, you're willing to ruin your reputation. You used to raise healthy chickens here. And you used reliable feed. That's how you built trust. But now you're pulling a stunt like this? It shows you've gotten completely blinded by greed. I still have several orders of broilers and eggs pending with you. If even one thing goes wrong with the co-op supply, I won't be this nice next time.
Chenshin，
Ji-sung and his wife completely humiliated me today. They dragged my name to the mud. Let me tell you, there is definitely something wrong with their feed. I just gotta look at the chickens in the coops. Every single one of them looks completely lifeless. They're in much worse shape than they used to be. Brother Yan, I know the farm was completely in the wrong here, but I don't call the shots around there anymore. I actually went to Zhiqiang before this and warned him not to be so incredibly short-sighted. He wouldn't listen. Look, I know it's not up to you anymore, but I finally realized something. Do you know why this farm used to keep its customers? It was because we were honest and kept our standards high. Boss, next time you need to place an order, just let me know in advance. I know a few other farms that are actually reliable. They are absolutely top tier. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot, Chenshin.
This farm is completely ruined now. Not only are the chickens getting sick, but they've stopped laying eggs altogether. I checked their new feed earlier. It's full of cheap filler. It's not even worth half of what they used to pay. When you're running a farm, quality feed is the absolute foundation. Proper care is key. And honesty is the bedrock. If you compromise on any of those, you'll never keep a single customer. No wonder people were praising Zhiqiang lately, saying he knows how to save a buck. Turns out, he's great at crunching numbers, but terrible at seeing the bigger picture. He's just cutting his own throat. I went over to take a look a few days ago. Not only is the feed garbage, but the chickens are looking weaker and scrawnier than ever. I've been trying to talk some sense into them every single day, begging them to switch back to proper feed and take proper care of the chicks. But what do they do? They called me an old fool who doesn't know the first thing about making money. If they keep this up, this entire farm is going to go under sooner or later. There's nothing I can do about it either. He chose this path himself. I just hope he snaps out of it soon. Are you guys slacking off behind my back? You're not even feeding them properly. The survival rate is tanking, and they're barely laying any eggs. If this keeps up, we're all going to starve. We're not slacking off. It's the feed. There's something wrong with it. It's full of mold and cheap fillers. No matter how much we feed them, they don't gain any weight. There's nothing we can do. And you, a lowly helper, how dare you tell me how to do my job? It looks to me like you guys just don't want your jobs anymore. Starting this month, I'm cutting the performance pay for all breeders and technicians. If the survival rate is low and they don't lay eggs, you'll have to take the blame yourselves. It's clearly a problem with the feed. Cutting our pay isn't going to fix anything. What did you just say? Say that again? Back when Brother Chun-Sheng was in charge, we were running off our feet, but at least everyone felt secure. The feed was always top-notch, and the chickens were healthy and strong. Even when we were busy, we actually had something to look forward to. But now, how can anyone work in a place like this? The feed is garbage, the chickens are sick, and they still cut our pay. Whether you want to work or not is up to you. But let me warn you first. Sooner or later, someone's going to have to take the fall for this farm. When that happens, make sure they don't dump all the blame on you. I heard some of the farmers are already planning to file complaints because the chicks they bought got sick.
Back when Brother Chun-Sheng was here, we were busy, sure.
But at least we had peace of mind. Now, it's completely different. That couple looks at everyone like we owe them money. They're itching to squeeze every last penny out of us. If this keeps up, this farm is going to fall apart sooner or later. And when that time comes, they won't even be able to keep their heads above water. I've already asked around for openings at other farms. If things don't improve here, I'm out. I'm not staying here to be their scapegoat. Sorry about that. The farm's been crazy busy lately. I'm running around, from morning till night. I poured a ton of money into it, but I haven't seen a single cent back yet. It's just exhausting. Ji-san, you're just starting out. Once you push through this, things will get better. Right now, you're the first one among us brave enough to take over such a huge farm. You're bound to make a fortune. I wouldn't call it making a fortune. I'm just lucky. And I actually have the guts to carry the weight on my own. Unlike some people who run around in circles only to hand over a ready-made business. Look, if someone isn't destined to be rich, throwing money at them won't help. Zhiqiang, let me give you a piece of advice. You're just starting to stand out. Don't use Chun-Sheng as a stepping stone to lift yourself up. When Chun-Sheng was here, he helped a lot of people. Everyone still remembers his kindness. Watch your mouth and show some respect. You'll need people's help eventually. Me? Need him? I'm the one keeping this farm afloat now. I'm the one riding the motorcycle. I'm the one hauling all the heavy crates. And I'm the one about to build a brand new house. Who else do I need to show respect to? He stepped down on his own. And now he still wants to tell me what to do?
Ji-san, this isn't how you do business.
You're treating us, your loyal customers, like total fools. 3 of the chicks I ordered from this batch are already sick. You need to give me an explanation. Lo Shu, that's going too far. We do everything by the book here. The feed is all certified. Maybe you didn't feed them right, or the vet made a mistake. The only reason I used to refer customers to you wasn't because you were any good at handling people. Zhiqiang, it was because Chun-Sheng had rules. He was honest. And he had a good reputation. Now that Chun-Sheng is gone, you ruin everything.
Lao Shi, if you want to talk about the chicks, then talk about the chicks.
Why do you keep dragging other people into this? So a few chickens got sick. What's the big deal? I'll just replace them for you, all right? Replace them, and that's it? Who's going to pay for my losses over the last few days? Let me tell you something. I'll still pay you for this batch. But starting today, not a single one of my breeder friends will ever buy from you again. A greedy boss like you, who only cares about money, isn't fit to be in this business.
Old Su, please, reconsider.
We promise we'll switch to premium feed from now on. We'll take real care of the chicks. We'll never cut corners again. Save your breath. This farm is rotten to the core. Staying here will only ruin my own business. I suggest you two wake up and smell the coffee. Otherwise, this place is going under sooner or later. We're ruined. We're absolutely ruined. We can't keep up with the egg supply, and several of our regular clients have already walked away. It's only been a few days. Our orders have dropped by more than half. If this keeps up, we won't even be able to afford the feed. The fid. What are you panicking for? This didn't just happen in a few days. It's that illusion we kept up. The one built on old relationships, reputation, and held together by Zhao Chengsheng. It's all completely crumbled this time. So what if it crumbled? If the regulars are gone, we'll just go after walk-ins. If we lose those big accounts, we'll just cut costs on the feed machinery. I refuse to believe that without those old connections, This farm will actually go bankrupt.
And all this corner cutting?
Only makes the feed worse and worse. Our chickens are getting weaker by the day, and even the walk-ins won't buy them. On top of that, the feed supplier has already demanded payment several times. They said if we don't pay up, they're cutting off our supply. Then we'll buy on credit first and bring in another batch of chicks. We'll build a few more sheds to expand our scale. Once we scale up, the money will start rolling in. We can pay off all our debts in one lump sum. Then, are you insane? We can barely keep our heads above water right now. And you still want to expand? If we buy more on credit, we'll be drowning in even more debt. What do you know? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Just do as I say. Expand, expand. That's all they ever talk about. The chickens can barely survive, and they're still expanding? Your coop is actually doing well compared to mine.
In coop's running.
Over 40 more died yesterday. I told Wang Feng about it, but she said I was overreacting and just told me to keep feeding them. Tomorrow, I'm going to check out other farms. I really can't keep doing this job. Something is bound to go wrong sooner or later. And when that happens, we'll never be able to clear our names. My wife came by yesterday to drop some things off. She took one sniff of the feed and said even pigs wouldn't eat this garbage. If we keep cutting corners like this every day, it's only a matter of time before the clients complain. I've already found another job. I'm leaving next month. How about you? I think I'll leave too. We can't stay here and take the fall with them. See for yourself. Someone reported you for using low-grade feed and withholding workers' wages. The Bureau has already received several complaints, and the veterinary station checked your coop's quarantine records. They're completely fake. I know I was wrong. I've just been a bit too eager for quick success lately. I only switched to the cheap feed temporarily. I'll definitely switch back later, and I'll clear the workers' wages as soon as possible. Temporarily? Do you have any idea how bad of an impact this has? We didn't let you run this farm just so clients could complain to us every single day. If you keep ignoring this, the Bureau won't just sit by and do nothing. And what is going on with your accounts? You embezzled the contract funds to buy a motorcycle and a color TV, and there are several payments for feed that haven't even been recorded. It's a complete mess. Nothing adds up. That was just for temporary cash flow. I was planning to put it back once I made some money. I just hadn't got around to recording it yet. Temporary cash flow? This is embezzlement of contract funds. Pay off the workers' wages within 3 days and sanitize the coops. If you can't do that, the Bureau will revoke your license. What are you looking for now?
Hutong made it sound so serious.
We really have to clean things up. Clean up what? We don't have any money right now. How are we supposed to clean up? Tomorrow, feed them the leftover feed from today for one more day. Don't waste it. Once we sell the next batch of chickens, we'll have the money to clean this place up. How can you feed them this? It's completely moldy. What if the chickens get sick from eating this? By then, we'll get even more complaints, and we'll really be finished. So what if it's a little moldy? It's not going to kill them.
Do you still think we're back in Shao Chongqing's days?
Dumping an entire batch of feed into the ditch just because it's a little off? We need to save every single penny we can. But the feed bill has to be settled early next month, and the buyers only gave us a 1-month extension too. We don't have enough money right now, and they won't let us buy on credit anymore. Just delay it! Who doesn't borrow from here and there when doing business? Once the farm gets back on its feet, we can pay it all off in one go. But the farm isn't getting back on its feet. It's going downhill fast. I don't think we're going to survive this. Look at this. Is this how a decent person behaves? Feeding them moldy feed? Nearly half the chickens are dead, and you're still hiding it from the customers and selling sick chickens, Zhou. I had no choice. Cash is tight right now. We just have to make do for now. Once we make some money, we'll switch back to premium feed immediately. You want sympathy? Who's going to sympathize with the customers who placed orders? Who's going to care about these innocent chickens? There's barely any real ingredients in this feed. If we keep feeding them this, they'll all die of disease. But we don't have any other choice. I didn't want this either. Zhiqiang, I'm not staying at this farm anymore. I've worked here for nearly 2 years, watching it grow from nothing to getting better and better. I refuse to watch you ruin this farm. You're just too greedy, Zhiqiang. I'm done watching over this place. I've worked here for almost 2 years. I watched this farm start from nothing and grow into something great. I won't just stand by and watch you destroy it. You're too short-sighted. You've completely forgotten why we started this farm in the first place. And you've forgotten how much Chongqing helped you back then. What is that supposed to mean? You're leaving me now? Aren't you just driving me into a corner? The farm is already short-staffed as it is. If you walk out too, who's going to run this place? I'm not the one pushing you. You did this to yourself. When Chongqing was here, all he cared about was keeping the workers happy and raising the chickens well. But now, all you care about is squeezing every last penny out of everyone's pockets. We're walking different paths now. So of course, this farm is going to collapse. You're on your own. Good luck. How did things get this bad? Old Joe is gone. The breeders are saying they want to quit too.
The distributors have cut us off.
And all our other buyers have walked away. We are truly out of options now. I bet 80% of this is Zhao Chengsheng badmouthing us behind our backs. It's definitely him. He's always been the best at playing innocent. He acts all quiet and harmless on the surface, while stabbing us in the back. Please, if he really wanted to screw you over, do you think you'd even have a chance to take over this farm? Stop lying to yourself. The money we made today isn't even enough to pay for the feed we ordered earlier this week. Tomorrow, I'll go back to my parents' place and see if I can scrape together a few $100s. We need to pay the workers at least a portion of their wages to keep them from quitting. We already borrowed money from your parents once. If you ask again, there's no way they'll say yes. I called my mom yesterday, and she chewed me out. She said I never should have let you take over this farm in the first place. She said we never should have gotten greedy for a quick buck. But I still have to try.
Otherwise, once the end of the month bills arrive,
And the breeders start demanding their wages. How are we supposed to pay them? We can't just wait around until they start banging down our door. Wait. Don't we still have one last batch of chickens left? We could sell them at a discount to the construction site canteens. That would buy us a little more time, wouldn't it? If we don't do that, what else do you suggest we do? We haven't even paid our child's tuition yet. Fine, let's just buy some time, even if it's just a little.
Chengsheng, aren't you angry at all?
Zhiqiang completely forgot everything you did to help him. He's even badmouthing you everywhere, saying you're jealous of him and that you're sabotaging him on purpose. But what's the point of getting angry? Is it worth a single dime? What he fears most right now isn't what I might say. It's that no one is placing orders with him anymore. It's the mountain of debt he can't pay back. I helped him back then because I thought he had real potential. I never expected he'd be so greedy for quick success. For things to end up like this. He's a pitiful soul. Really, he was just too greedy. If only he had listened to your advice and played by the rules, he wouldn't have ended up in this mess today. He chose his own path. Whether he can turn back now is entirely up to him.
Wang Zhiqiang, get out here right now.
Take a look at what kind of garbage chicken you sold me.
Boss, squeak.
That's impossible. The broiler chickens I sold you were perfectly fine. How could anyone get food poisoning? Is it because your kitchen handled them wrong? I've run a restaurant for over 10 years. You think I don't know my meat? Just look at the color of this chicken meat. Medical bills and lost wages add up to 800 yuan. You must pay me today. Otherwise, I'll call the police and report you to the bureau. I'll make sure your farm is shut down for good. 800 yuan? Are you robbing me? It was just a few chickens. How could it cost that much? You're robbing me. Because of your chickens, the workers at my construction site are demanding to change canteens. Do you have any idea how much money I'm losing every single day? 800-09 is actually letting you off easy. Either pay up today, or we'll sort this out at the police station, and we'll see who ends up suffering the consequences. Boss Kui, please, have some mercy. We really don't have any money right now. Our farm is facing a serious cash flow problem lately, and we're drowning in debt. Please, just give us a few more days. Please.
Give you more time?
Then who's going to give my dozen or so workers more time? I don't care how much debt you're in. You have to scrape up the money today. I'll be back this afternoon. If I don't see the money, we're doing this by the book. $800. Where on earth are we going to find $800? We barely have enough money left to buy food. Wait, I've got an idea. Let's go find Boss Zhang. The chickens only got sick because of the cheap garbage feed he sold us. He's the one who should pay for this? Sorry, the number you dialed has been powered off. Boss Zhang? Boss Zhang? Are you in there? We're from the breeding farm. We need to talk to you. Open the door. Stop shouting. He packed his bags and ran off 2 days ago. He ran off? Are you serious? Where did he go? To use a address or how to contact him? His phone was already turned off when we tried calling him earlier. Who knows where he went? But what about our buyback agreement? We haven't been settled yet. What about the compensation money? What else can you do? Just suck it up and cut your losses. I heard a long time ago that old Wang targets amateurs like you who are desperate to make a quick buck. Now that things have gone south, it's no wonder he ran. It's over. Everything is ruined. You people need to take responsibility for this farm. Nearly half of the chicks I bought from them last month have died. The vets said it was because of the moldy feed. Their livers and kidneys are completely ruined. They're taking our hard-earned money and treating it like a joke. Everyone, quiet down. I've already received notice from the bureau. I'll be bringing my team to inspect the coops today. We will inspect the feed and the financial records as well. You heard him. I'm giving you one last chance. You must sort out the warehouse, the coops, and the feed by the end of today.
Clear the workers' wages and compensate the farmers. Then we'll see.
We'll definitely clean up our act.
We'll make sure everyone gets compensated.
Please, just give us one more chance. Then, prepare for the official procedures. Every single violation we find will be dealt with severely. If you don't fix these violations properly, you'll have to face the consequences. Old Yang. I was young and foolish back then. I was too eager for quick success, so I used that cheap, low-grade feed. Now the farm's cash flow is completely dried up. For the sake of our old times, please, lend me some money. I'll pay you back the second I get it. I swear I won't delay. For the sake of old times? Didn't you destroy that yourself when you kicked Jia Chunshou out? I only deal with Jia Chunsheng. I don't deal with you. I wouldn't dare do business with you again. I don't want to lose my money and end up covered in trouble. I admit my mistake. I apologize to you. I will never use that cheap feed again. Can you please help me, just this once? No way. You're on your own now. Old dude, please, lend me some money. I'll pay you back by the end of the month for sure. I'll write you an IOU right now. In the past, you used Zhao Chunshou's name to get credit. He is a man of his word, and he never missed a single payment. If you want credit now, ask yourself if your reputation is even worth it. I'm not taking that risk.
Brother Jewel, let's forget about that little misunderstanding from before.
It was my fault. I shouldn't have badmouthed you. Please, lend me some money. That's not what you said back then. You said Zhao Chunsheng was exploiting everyone and taking a cut, and that we were colluding with him to treat you like a sucker. Zhao Chunsheng brought you into this business to give you a way to survive. But the moment you got on your feet, you cursed the very person who guided you and offended all of us old partners as well. Stop knocking. We don't have any money to lend you. Fellow villagers, you have to help us get justice here. Something went wrong at our farm. And it's all because of Zhao Chunsheng's dirty tricks. What?
Zhao Shen did this?
That can't be true. Chen Shen has always been such a decent, honest guy. How could he ever do something like this? Are you kidding? Of course he would. Ever since we kicked him out of the farm, he's been holding a massive grudge. He teamed up with Boss Zhang to feed us that garbage feed, and when things blew up, he helped Boss Zhang skip town. He did all this just to bankrupt us and completely ruin our reputation. Exactly. Even when Chunchun was still at the farm, he was always watching us like a hawk,
Trying to pocket all the profits for himself.
Now that we kicked him out, he's finally coming back for revenge. Quickly the nice guy on the outside, but on the inside, he's completely rotten. You really can't judge a book by its cover. This whole mess is absolutely going to destroy us.
Zhao Zhao, why are you still playing the nice guy?
Were you the one who reported us? And did you tell the supply cooperative to stop buying from us too? I knew you were up to no good. You said you'd back off, but behind my back, you're trying to ruin me. You're just jealous of me. Jealous that I took over the farm, and jealous that I can actually make money.
You think I'm the one sabotaging you?
Fine, I'll call them right now. You'd better stand still and listen closely. Did I report the farm for this mess? Quite a few local villagers have already gone to the bureau to complain. I tried to stop them, but I couldn't. It had absolutely nothing to do with you. Director Yang. Tell them in front of everyone. Did I ask you to stop taking shipments from the farm? He made an absolute mess of that farm. The chickens are all sick and skinny, and the eggs they lay are tiny, with paper-thin shells. If word got out that I bought from him, who would ever shop here again? And you still have the nerve to blame someone else? You got exactly what you deserved. Reputation is everything in business. But look at him. Cutting corners, holding wages, and alienating all his clients. People like him are bound to crash and burn sooner or later.
Zhiqiang, we were wrong.
We were really, truly wrong. Following a bureau review, it has been decided that your breeding farm's license is revoked, effective immediately. Unpaid wages, substandard hygiene, messy bookkeeping, and a mountain of complaints from both workers and farmers. Take a look and see for yourselves. The Bureau cannot let you drag this out any longer, nor are we giving you another single chance. Director Wang, please, just give me one more month. No, even half a month. Just 2 weeks is fine. My promise, I will clean up our act completely and resolve every single issue. Please, I beg you, don't take our license away. You have half-hearted your corrections time and time again, crossing the line over and over, leaving the farmers in absolute ruin. You treated the farmers' trust like a joke. and treated the workers' hard-earned sweat as if it were garbage. It is far too late for excuses now. It's finally been shut down. We, the breeders, almost had to take the fall for them. Now we can finally do some honest work and earn a decent living in peace. That couple treated the farm like a personal cash cow,
With their heads filled with nothing but pure greed.
cutting corners and docking our wages. They were bound to crash and burn, sooner or later. You can say that again. Lot long ago, they were bragging that the farm couldn't survive without them. And look at them now, booted out in just a few months. Talk about getting exactly what they deserved. Look at him. What a pathetic sight. He was trying so hard to act calm just a second ago, but I bet he is absolutely losing his mind inside right now. Remember back in his glory days? He couldn't wait to plaster the word boss all over himself, showing off absolutely everywhere he went. This place used to be so lively and noisy whenever it was feeding time. Look at it now. It's like a ghost town. Since the color TV has been unboxed, I can only give you 300, and the motorcycle has been ridden for a few months, so 2,000. That's 2,300 in total. Not a single penny more. Wait, that's not right. This motorcycle cost over 4,000 when I bought it, and the color TV was more than 700.
Please, can you give me a bit more?
Even just 100 more would help. I can't offer any more. You're the one who's desperate to sell. It's not like I'm begging you to buy it. If you want to sell, this is the price. If not, I'm leaving. Fine. 2,300 it is.
Dad, you're not riding your motorcycle anymore?
Then what are we going to watch at night? And how are you going to take me to school? We just need to get by for now.
Once Dad makes some money, I'll buy you a new one, okay?
Dad, didn't you say we're going to build a new house here? Why do we have to sell our things now? Then?
创伤。丞相求歉。
I'm the one who wronged you. I was such a bastard.
Hey, I just wanted to beg for your forgiveness.
Please, just help me one more time. What on earth are you doing? Get up. No, I'm not getting up. I'm a piece of trash. Back then, you pulled me out of the mud, introduced me to the right people, and paved the way for me. You even helped me take over the farm.
But the moment I succeeded, I kicked you to the curb. I even went around talking trash and spreading rumors about you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Zhiqiang, I am the absolute last person you should be begging.
It's not that I'm being heartless. It's that you completely burned all our bridges back then. Now that your road has collapsed and you want to turn back, who would possibly carry you now? I was wrong. I was so wrong. I really can't take this anymore. We don't even have any rice left at home. If this keeps up, I'll end up jumping into the river or hanging myself. Here, go pay your kids' tuition first.